To think like a chemist, you have to start at the beginning, which is learning what is an atom. So atoms are going to be the building blocks of the elements that are on the periodic table. Your atoms are going to be made of subatomic particles. There are three subatomic particles that make up an atom, which are going to be protons, neutrons, and electrons. The charges of these are going to be protons will be positive, neutrons will be neutral, and electrons will be negative. Where these are located are relevant when we draw atoms. So the proton and neutrons are going to be in the nucleus, and the electrons are going to be outside of the nucleus. Why do we care about this? These atomic particles are extremely important because the protons are going to basically determine what the element is. So the neutrons are going to determine mass, which can change when the neutrons change. Neutrons is the most important in my opinion because they are going to control chemistry as a whole. Electrons are going to give an electron cloud, which is going to control the bonds, reactions, and all of these atoms interact, which we will go in depth into that when we start going over electron configurations and all of that. The example we're going to use is carbon. Look at the periodic table. We are going to look at Z and A. Z is going to stand for the atomic number, and A is going to stand for the mass number of the element. These numbers are relevant because they will tell us how the atom looks. The atomic number is going to tell us how many protons are in the atom, and the atomic mass is going to tell us protons plus neutrons. 6 protons plus 6 neutrons is going to equal approximately 12, which you can see that is the atomic mass. And if it was the other way, so say I was asking you how many neutrons are in a carbon atom, you would be able to figure it out like so. Now we can draw the atom of carbon. So first we are going to draw the nucleus, which is going to have the protons and the neutrons inside of it. You know, carbon has 6 protons and 6 neutrons. And if you wanted to, you could individually draw the protons and neutrons like so. I did this when I first started just to get a visual effect. Since our nucleus is set up, we are able to draw our electrons, which are going to be in the shells outside of the nucleus. In chemistry, our inner shell will always have 2, and then anything after that can have up to 8. It can have less than 8, it can have up to 8, but nothing more. So since we know we have 6 electrons to place, we just do 6 minus 2, which means we'd have 2 on the inner shell and 4 electrons on the outer shell. This is what our atom would look like. If you guys want me to do more atom examples, please let me know because I don't mind doing those. I know it's kind of hard at first. I'm going to go over isotopes really quick. We were talking about earlier about how neutrons affect the element. It was carbon-14. I would have 8 neutrons instead of 6 because 8 neutrons plus 6 protons is going to equal 14. So it does change the element quite a bit. But if you guys have any questions, let me know. I will be posting my notes eventually once I get through everything in this specific section.